Pamela, thank you so much for coming on NTD Television. Really appreciate having you once again. Pamela, thank you so much for coming on NTD Television. Really appreciate having you once again. You have a new book coming out this month, Froggy Girl.
Yes.
Tell me about this book.
So that's a children's book inspired by my experience and my belief in self-acceptance and teaching children to be resilient and giving tools for families. I really wanted to make something creative and fun for families and parents so that they can teach them the message that they were born right.
Yeah. The book is kind of like, it reminded me of Dr. Seuss. It's like a rhymey little story about, a girl interacting with various animals. Who is the target audience here?
It's meant for preschoolers. Parents can read it to their younger children. Older children can enjoy it. Hopefully their reading comprehension is stronger, that they can read more than picture books, but they still can appreciate it because it has a really nice message to it.
Now, I was online and I was looking at some of the requests from publishers about the type of books that they would like authors to write. And a lot of these books were like, do a story about like a non-binary kid or somebody who is experiencing feelings that they were born in the wrong body. I came across a lot of those requests. I haven't come across any requests for a book affirming someone's gender assigned at birth. Why do you think that is, and why did you decide to do something differently? Is there any money in it?
Well, I had to self-fund this entire project. So there are no book deals coming for me to teach a child to just accept their body for how it is. I actually grew up in the 70s where this was popular among the left. Free to be you and me had that message, but things have changed since then. And I don't get those book deals. Why are they doing that? I believe that they're captured. I believe that there's a small group of people that has taken over all of the arts, all of our institutions. I think that's changing now. The culture is shifting, and that's partly why I wrote this, to put my hand in changing the culture.
I asked the money question because it's something that, I don't really understand. I don't understand how there's a market for all of these, like, gender theory books for kids. I don't understand how that's a market, but I assume maybe like schools are ordering them or something like that. Do you expect that a school would want to use something like this, even like a preschool? That's maybe a different ideological persuasion?
I hope so. I think a lot of people of all political backgrounds would appreciate this book. It's really a universal message to just love yourself the way you are. Those who promote trans identity would say, accept your true self. It's sort of backwards, because to accept your true self, that means you have to completely change your body and take hormones and destroy your health in the process, even change your name and how you're addressed. That's not your true self. So they take it and turn it on its back. On its back. So I'm saying, what is just the general real, accept yourself for who you are. Because when someone wants to be trans, it's usually because they want to run away from something. It's because they don't like themselves, some part of themselves, and they're uncomfortable, and they want to fit in. And sometimes we don't always fit in, but we have to embrace ourselves, and then we learn who we fit in with, and we feel comfortable in our own skin again.
Now, I know the book is available for pre-order. Have you advertised it on social media yet? Have you gotten a lot of, happy comments, or are there some critics already? Tell me about that.
I think the critics haven't gotten a chance to see it yet. So I have gotten a lot of happy comments. A lot of parents are really excited about it. A lot of people have pre-ordered it. So I'm really excited. A lot of people who just don't even know about the trans thing, that just like the idea of teaching their children to accept themselves for who they are and not to always worry about what other people think, and to just embrace yourself. So
was it difficult to get this published, or when you were first looking for someone to publish the book, or did you kind of have someone in mind that would go through with the project?
Yeah, I didn't know who to turn to. It was difficult. I'm not famous, a little bit because of you guys, but if you're not watching Epic Times documentaries, which most, of the general population
How dare you?
They're not all sitting down watching documentaries about difficult topics. they don't know who I am. And so it's hard to get a book deal if you don't have a big name and if you're not doing what is currently the mainstream narrative. So I wasn't sure where to turn. So I did find a publisher in the Atlanta area, and they are working with me. But I had to pay for certain things. It's not like I have this whole fancy book deal.
Where can people order the book? How do they find it?
They can look at FroggyGirlBook.com. It has all kinds of links for all the different retailers. So it's listed anywhere where books are sold online. So it's on Amazon, it's on Walmart, it's on Barnes & Noble. I don't remember all the retailers, but any major retailer, so you can buy it across the world.
And we can wrap up with this one. Why do you think parents should show their children the pictures in this book, and why do you think they should read this book to their children?
I just think it's a universal message that parents should teach their kids to accept themselves for who they are, and that when you try to be somebody else, it doesn't work out well. And that's what the little girl in the book goes through. She wants to be a frog, and people in her life actually affirm that. They're very nice and kind, and their parents even gave her frog feet, which she thought were neat. And so you'd think that would make her happy. And I think a lot of families who don't really think about it too deeply think, well, I just want to be kind to my child and give them what they want. But the book tells the message that in the end, it doesn't feel good when you're pretending to be somebody and you're trying. She didn't fit in with the frogs, so then she got very lonely. So I think that it's a book that teaches that message that you can't pretend to be someone else, and to be yourself is the happiest, most content state you can be in.
Pamela, always great to have you on. Thank you so much for coming on NTD.
Thank you so much.